Dear children, welcome to the video class. Grade 6, Science, Chapter 5, Separation of Substances. Dear children of grade 6, welcome to the science class. Before starting today's class, let us recall what we have learned in our previous class. In our previous class, we have learned various separation techniques. That is, we have learned how to separate the substances by using the process of evaporation and condensation. In this class, we are going to see the dissolving ability of water. Okay, all of you take your book. Take the book, page number 42. Okay, come to the topic. Can water dissolve any amount of a substance? Okay, we are going to see that topic. Listen children, we have learned in our 5th standard itself, water has the capacity to dissolve many substances. Almost all the substances are soluble in water. So it is called as universal solvent. Okay, we have learned about solute and solvent in our 5th standard itself. For example, in a sugar solution, the sugar is the solute and water is the solvent. So water has the capacity to dissolve almost all the substances. 95% substances are soluble in water. So it is called a universal solvent. Okay, listen children, we have learned in the chapter 4 about soluble and insoluble. For example, salt is soluble in water, sugar is soluble in water, sand is insoluble in water. So this and all we have learned in the 4th chapter itself. Now we are going to do one activity. Okay, we are going to see two types of solution. Okay, what we are going to do? We are going to see two types of solution. One is the saturated solution and the other one is the unsaturated solution. We are going to see what is saturated solution and unsaturated solution. For this activity, okay, you take a beaker. You take a tumbler or anything else. You take a beaker and in that beaker or tumbler, you take some amount of water. Okay, you fill half with water and you take. Okay, then you add a spoonful of salt and stir well. Okay, you take a spoonful of salt and stir well. So what happens? The salt disappears in water. That is, the salt is soluble in water. Now again you take a teaspoon of salt and mix. Again you go on doing like this. 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, 3, 4, 5, 6. You go on doing like this. Okay, what happens? You will be getting a stage. In that stage, no more salt can be soluble in water and it settles at the bottom. Okay, a stage will be reached. Okay, so the solution, that is the solvent, that is the water, it is unable to dissolve the solute, that is the salt, and it will settle at the bottom. Okay, so this type of solution is called saturated solution. Okay, this type of solution is called saturated solution. Now all of you take your pencil and underline the definition of saturated. Okay, no more salt can be dissolved in the amount of water we have taken. The solution is said to be saturated. Okay, so more number of salt in the solution, it cannot dissolve again the added salt. Okay, so it will come and settle at the bottom. So such a solution is called saturated solution. Now you will be preparing this. Okay, you have to prepare this activity and you have to report me. Okay, then come for the activity 9. Okay, now the salt is insoluble in water. We have to make this salt to soluble in water. That is, we have to convert this saturated solution into unsaturated solution. We have seen saturated solution. Now you say me, what is unsaturated solution? If we add salt or sugar means that will be soluble in water. So that solution is called unsaturated solution. So how you will make the saturated solution into unsaturated solution? What we have to do? Okay. Now what we have to do means we can heat the content. Okay. We can heat the content. If we heat the content, some salt will be soluble in water and we can make the saturated solution into unsaturated solution. Or else what we can do? Or else we can add a little amount of water. Or else we can add a little amount of solvent. If we do so, the solute will be soluble in water. The salt will be soluble in water. Okay children, have you all understood? So activity is there. Okay, you do this activity and see the changes. Okay, for this let me give an example. If you want to, while making tea or while making coffee, if you want to dissolve sugar in water, okay, if we heat, it will be soluble more. Okay, it will be easily soluble in water rather than stirring and rather than shaking. Okay, if we heat the content means it will be easily soluble in water. Okay, listen children, there are two ways to increase the solubility of solute in water. You know what is solute and what is solvent, isn't it? Let me repeat once again. In a sugar solution, the sugar is the solute and water is the solvent. Okay, in order to increase the solubility of solute in the solvent, we have to follow two things. The first thing is we have to heat. The second thing, we can add solvent. So by this ways, we can increase the solubility of solute in solvent. Then come to the activity 10. Okay, so this activity you have to do me and you have to report me. Okay. Yes, now what we are going to do is we are going to prepare a saturated solution. You know what is saturated solution? Okay, it will not hold the solute, so it will come and settle at the bottom. So that solution is called saturated solution. You take 2 glasses. Okay, you take 2 glasses and in each glass you fill with half water. Okay, then you add 1 teaspoon of salt and stir. Then you add again 2 or 3 teaspoons, 4 teaspoons and stir. Okay, then you have to note number of spoons of substance that dissolved in water. Okay, you have to see how much substances have dissolved. You have to make the solution until it is saturated. Okay, that is you have to add sugar. Still some sugar comes and settle at the bottom. So you have to note number of spoons of substance that dissolved in water. Okay, then you can try with sugar also. Then you can try this with sugar also and you have to tell the results. Then you can choose one more substance. Okay, one more substance. Salt is soluble in water, sugar is soluble in water. Like that you can choose one more substance that is soluble in water and you should say number of spoons of substance that dissolved in water. Okay children, have you all understood? Okay, this activity you have to do and you have to fill the table 5.2. So this is your homework today. Okay, then with this we have completed the chapter. Okay, we have seen the separation methods that is used to separate a substance from a mixture. Then keywords are there in your book. You go through the keywords. Okay, you should know the correct spelling of those words. And summary is given. Okay, and the summary of the whole chapter is given. Okay, read the summary also. Okay, and book back exercises. Okay, you have to write the answers for the book back exercises. Okay, I will give in your, see this age, that is the activity 10. That is you have to fill the table 5.2 and you have to complete the book back exercises 8 and 9. Okay, 8 and 9 can be done in the book itself. Do it neatly in the pencil. Okay, so this activity also you can finish the activity and you can write in the book itself. Write neatly in your pencil. Okay, so I will give the activity, okay, in the slide also. So do this activity and submit to your class teacher. Okay children. Dear children, your activity for this class is you complete the activity 10 in page number 43 and complete the table 5.2. Then complete the book back exercises 8 and 9 in page number 44 in textbook. So write neatly in your pencil and submit to your class teacher. See you all in the next class. Thank you children.